Hey everybody, it's your girl Mercy, coming to you from Glam Mercy Designs with my first YouTube bow tutorial. I hope you like what I have to tell you, but let me know in the comments if you want more information, more steps, or just give me your input. I want to know what you guys want from me so I can show you and help you with bows. So let's get into this bow. I am making a basketball bow. I'm adding this bow to a gift basket, and I wanted to stick with the same colors of black, orange, and white. So I'll start off with an easy bow maker. That's the tool you see me using there. I've got it listed below, and it's also in my Amazon storefront. You want to start off with the base of the bow, always with the largest and widest ribbon. In this case, it's 2.5 inch. So I'm using 2.5 inch ribbon, making one loop. I went with a 4 inch loop size, so that way the bow is not too big for the basket that I'm going to put it on. I brought the two loops around, and now I'm repositioning the bows, or the bow loops rather, so that way they'll look cute and they're going to support the entire bottom of the bow, like the way flower petals are supported by the green underneath. When I started with that other ribbon number 2, it didn't really work. It wasn't the right texture, so I had to switch over. Now you see me going with another ribbon, still orange, but I'm going to bring in the orange and white. It's 2.5 inches wide. It's wired ribbon. I like using wired ribbon when it comes to designs like this because it makes my bows stiffer and the ribbon performs and what we call behaves. Like it does what I want it to do. So I'm twisting the bow ribbon around to make the loops. I'm only going to go with one loop this time because below the black and orange stripe was two loops. Now I'm going to go with one loop on top or above for the next level. I close off the bow by cutting off the edges and fishtailing or dovetailing the edges of the ribbon to make it with a finished look. Now it's time for level number 3. I'm going to bring in and introduce another color still in the same scheme, but it's black and white. So I'm bringing black, white, and orange all together to bring it on home with the way a basketball looks on a gold, black, white, and orange. You see me taking now 1.5 inch size ribbon. It is wired, and I'm going to do my loops with that. I'm going to come back again with two loops to sit on top of the one loop. So in total, it's 2 for the first level, one loop for the second level, and 2 loops again for the third level. I turn the loops around, twisting the ribbon. This time I'm going shorter than the other ribbon so that it'll sit on top. I go 1/2 inch or so shorter so that way the new black and white stripe ribbon won't be as long and as tall and wide as the 2 ribbons below it. After I'm done, I leave that ribbon in place and I'm going to dovetail the ends. Next it'll be time, after I reposition the bow and the tails to go in the directions I want them to go, because I'm basically positioning the ribbon how I want it to look when I take it off. It'll be just time to fluff everything out and make it look all pretty and fluffy. So I don't want to rearrange anything later. I'm doing it now while it's still in the Easy Bow Maker. And again, you can get the Easy Bow Maker in my Amazon storefront page. Head on over to my Linktree account and you can find it there. This Easy Bow Maker is a godsend for me. So the last thing I want to do is I'm bringing everything together with basketball ribbon. This ribbon unfortunately is not wired, so I have to work a little bit harder to make this ribbon turn the way I want it to turn, to make the loops I want it to make, and to make it fit and lie in place on top of the wired ribbon, which is why I don't like using non-wired ribbon, but I still don't mind making a bow, especially if I've got pretty ribbon like the way this ribbon looks to finish off the top of the bow. Again, I'm making a basketball bow. For a basketball gift basket, this is the perfect way to finish off the bow. And I don't have to work that hard because I'm only putting a little bit of the ribbon inside the bow. The wire ribbon beneath it will do the rest of the work for me. I just have to get this ribbon to look cute sitting on top. So I make my 2 loops, 2 on each side, and I'm going to reposition it now. You'll see me doing that, and I'm going to close it off with a zip tie to make it all nice and tidy. So now that I've got the non-wired basketball finishing ribbon or the pretty ribbon on top. You see me positioning the ribbon and making it make the loops that the wide ribbon would have done for me naturally. But at least now it's looking like it's sitting on top of the wide ribbon bow. I pull it out of the Easy Bow Maker and I'm going to switch the zip tie to the underneath after I make sure that the basketball ribbon is in place, and then tighten up the zip tie. But again, the zip tie is going to be at the bottom underneath the bow so you don't see it. Once I move the zip tie around, now this is what's called fluffing the bow. I'm going to literally fluff each individual loop and make it be all nice and plush and juicy and round the way you see bow loops are. This is called fluffing a bow. So I am literally fluffing each and every individual loop and tail, putting it the way I want it to be, and I leave the zip tie halfway tight and halfway loose so that I can do my repositioning, moving everything around the way I want it to look. And you can do the same too. Just make sure that you don't move the bow. It needs to stay one level on top of the other so that everything supports the one beneath. Each layer supports the one beneath it. If you forget, like I always do, you got some tails you got to cut. So go ahead on and do your dovetails. Double check your bow. Make sure all the ends are cut. Keep your scissors nearby. Dovetail all your pieces like you see me doing here. And then you have a finished bow. Voila. Now all you have left to do is attach it to the gift basket or whatever thing you want to put it on. You've got a pretty bow. Now that your bow is complete, everything is fluffed, all points are dovetailed, cut off the zip tie. Don't cut it too close so you won't break the zip tie and lose your bow. Make sure you have something to attach and tie your bow down. And voila, your bow is ready to attach. Stay tuned for my next bow tutorial. I hope this helps. Bye!